position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout?
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you...
He wants to go deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time. He got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third down, quarterback extends the play. Got him downfield.
The exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Play action. Caught behind the line. It's Barnes. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Lost a throw on 1st down. And the defense got him at the 27.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Hand off from the shotgun. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. We've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the 1st down, and let's see what they do on 4th. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the handoff. He's loose. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Ncaa. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Quarterback moving. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the 2nd play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Manning. Quickly complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Off the play fake. He's got him. Oh, out of space. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. The Sooners will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the air. It's Manning. Here's the pressure. Got his man all by himself. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Leaves it with the back. Turning on the Jets. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot.
There he goes! That kind of play will get a drive started or help with field position. They've got it at the 27.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
They'll try the run. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I think think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's up. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. Bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
And the Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground. He's got it again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Mateer. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
And his slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but, you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hats have a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Manning. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He spins that thing down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice breakup.
Wide open spaces. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pulls it in. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Snap it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Manning. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I really don't like that play call for 2 reasons. Number one, if you're down inside the 3-yard line, just run the football. Trust your guys up front to be able to get it done. But 2, if you are going to throw it, it's got to be a bang-bang play. You've got to have slants or quick outs or a back shoulder fade. Anything long developing, it just forces the quarterback to have to hold on to the football. And because of that, he took a terrible sack.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Trying play action. With the catch, it's up. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quick completion on the out route. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And wings it incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, he blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. To throw, it's Mateer. Here's a heat. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Back to pass, it's Manning. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. The Longhorns get enough to move the chains.
And and they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Time to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sets up the screen. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Ncaa. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Bought a little time, lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Ncaa. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got to really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They go to the ground. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Makes the grab. It's Sategna. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Skips away from pressure. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Sooners want to move quickly.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Burks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Quick spin on the run. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Finding open areas. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
A lot of defenders around on that screen. Flying out to the left. It's a seam wide open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Looking for blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Oklahoma offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the first down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Buying some time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They're setting up the screen. Past the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Makes the catch, it's up. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense, quick tempo. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Manning. He's going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Man, that didn't miss by much, but I do like the effort by the receiver. You can tell he's trying to get those toes in, trying to dance a little bit, but didn't get there. The ball was just a little bit too wide near the sideline.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The sure hands, it's Gibson. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
When it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making the situation a lot more manageable.
The Longhorns are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Catch in the middle. It's McCutcheon. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Postseason awards, get an All-American, just put up a day.
Texas 31, Oklahoma 3.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Longhorns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
They dumped it off and didn't quite get to the first down marker, but they've created a better situation on 4th down.
No doubt. And listen, you want to push the ball down the field. And I want to go throw it beyond the sticks and get the first down, but I think they made the right decision dumping it off. Like you're running back to find a way to break an extra tackle and get that first down, but decision time now on 4th.
He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think
he's looking deep. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. They'll get him out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and that is just what the doctor ordered for this offense. Give to the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Now adjusting. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Sooners have it with a first and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, fourth and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play.
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. The give as they work on that clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down. And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Snagged in the middle. It's McCutcheon. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. It's a running room. Really nice Nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Manning. And the heat gets home. They knock it down back at the 45.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack play.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now let's see what they come up with on third down after that incompletion. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. About this, they're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. The official says no good.
Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On the direct snap, it's Barnes. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way.
He's loose. Oh, a lot of space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Sooners just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Extending the play. Snags it. Manny will score. Touchdown Sooners.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's got it in the end zone for the two as they draw a little closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north.